Meanwhile, we are also following the latest developments out of South Florida, where a spike in local Zika cases has forced new warnings now for those traveling to the greater Miami area. There are now 14 cases in the southern part of the state, and the CDC says that pregnant women should, in fact, stay away altogether. And Florida Governor Rick Scott, good enough to join us now from Tallahassee. Governor, we very much appreciate the time this morning. I do want to ask you about the local cases now, the 10 additional cases that were discovered in the Wynwood neighborhood of Miami. What, at this point, is leadership doing to contain the virus to that square mile?
Sure. It's first off, you're right. It's 1 square mile north of downtown Miami. So we are doing additional spraying of mosquitoes. We're allocating more dollars. We're testing the individuals there. If anybody feels they need to be tested, we want to test you. We want to make sure there's no additional transmission. So we're doing that. We have individuals doing local spraying, backpack spraying. We also have individuals helping residents get rid of standing water. So we don't want no standing water in the area. And we're telling people, wear bug repellent, no standing water, put screens on all your windows, and we're going to take care of you. We've brought in the CDC, their emergency response team. They've come down to help us with, collection of samples. We've tested over 20,000 mosquitoes in the state, and we're testing even more there. We found no active Zika in any mosquitoes to date. But we're being very aggressive, and we're keeping people informed.
With all of those procedures in place, still the head of the CDC says that he's been surprised that it has been thus far, in fact, hard to kill this mosquito in question. He called it the cockroach of mosquitoes, says the larvae live a long time. They also bite during the day, which is relatively rare with regard to the insect in question. Why then isn't the initial spraying working?
Sure. Well, let's put it in perspective. First off, I declared emergency in February when we've had our first travel-related case. We are now it's a 1 square mile area, and we're being very aggressive, but all of us have to do our part. No standing water, wear bug repellent, put screens on, make sure you have screens on all your windows. This is a national and international issue. You've seen the problems in Puerto Rico and Brazil. We're making sure those don't happen here. We've been very good at dealing with the mosquito-borne viruses. We've basically eradicated the local transmission of dengue fever, chikungunya. So we're very good, and we'll figure this out. We have experts from around the state. We've got the best mosquito boards in the country because, we're an outdoor state. We are an outdoor. People are doing lobstering. They're going. I was in Disney World this weekend. We're outside all the time.
And there certainly is a lot of standing water to your point. You've also, as you just said, you've said that everybody needs to do their part. You've said that includes the federal government. Though House and Senate lawmakers have not approved any new funding. The Obama administration had requested months ago almost $2 billion in an effort to fight against this virus in question. Now that these lawmakers are currently on their summer recess, what needs to be done, and what would you like to see the federal government do?
Well, what I did through my emergency authority, I allocated $26.2 million for the state resources, but the federal government has failed us. Congress went on recess. The president has not been able to get this funding done. It's incumbent upon all of them to work together to provide the funding to make sure we deal with this issue, because it's not just going to be a Florida issue. This is a worldwide issue. It's a nationwide issue. We're just the tip of the spear. We have so many people. We'll have 110 million tourists here, many from Puerto Rico, many people moving here from Puerto Rico, many people moving here touring here from Brazil, all over where they have some issues with Zika. The federal government needs to be a partner. They have not been a partner in this case.
So, because it seems to me there might be two messages. On one hand, you're saying we've got this covered, we've done this before, we'll do it again. On the other hand, the Obama administration did ask for almost $2 billion in funding and has gotten none of it through thus far. So, do you have enough to do what it is you say you want to do?
If the federal government doesn't show up, we are going to show up. I've already allocated $26.2 million. We've completely turned our economy around in Florida. We've added over 1 million jobs. I have billions of dollars of reserves. We'll allocate the dollars. Whatever dollars we need to allocate, we will allocate the dollars. We already have robust mosquito control efforts. We already have great county health departments. They are all working very well together. I'm traveling the state every day, meeting with them. We are going to do the right thing, and we're going to take care of the 110 million tourists in our state. We're going to take care of the 20 million people that live in our state. But the federal government has not been a partner.
How concerned are you with regard to the tourist industry that will be impacted? Again, it's a some $90 billion industry, and the city of New York has now added the city of Miami to its travel warning. It's a warning that includes countries from Latin America and the Caribbean.
Well, let's put it in perspective. It's one square mile north of downtown Miami. It takes 15 hours to drive from Key West to Pensacola in our state, so we're a pretty big state. And it's 1 square mile, and we're very aggressive. This is a state that knows how to deal with issues. We prepare for hurricanes. We've been preparing since February for Zika. We will figure out how to deal with this.
But, and I'm going to let you go here. The fact that the CDC, meanwhile, is warning people, and especially pregnant women and those of childbearing age, to avoid even a section of the city of Miami must give you pause, no?
Well, look, we've been working on this since February. We want everybody to be safe. If you're pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant, you should go talk to your OBGYN. But I can tell you, we're doing more mosquito spraying. We have not found one mosquito in the entire state with Zika so far. We have 14 individuals out of 20 million people and over 60 million tourists this year. We're going to do the right thing here.
And just so I understand, Governor, you said that you are willing to allocate the dollars necessary to combat this effectively. What is the time frame then, and what will be the metric? Will it be a number of cases discovered, or will it simply be a matter of time?
Well, we'll about $26.2 million. If those monies run out, then we'll allocate more dollars. Under my executive authority, I have the ability to do that, and I'll allocate the dollars. But we're doing the right things. It's 1 square mile. We're working with all the residents in that area. We're testing them. We're testing mosquitoes. We're spraying. We're getting rid of standing water. We're helping all of our residents. We're giving protection kits to anybody that's pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant. So we're taking care of our citizens, and we'll take care of all of our visitors.
Florida Governor Rick Scott, we appreciate the time today.
Have a great day. Come to Florida.